Hey, everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what ought to be a great matchup between the Oakland Raiders and the Indianapolis Colts. With that, let's get on up to Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. For the call, we bring in our broadcasters, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Just as we were ready for air, it was the Colts emerging from the locker room to great fanfare here in Indy. They're ready to go as the Colts get set to match up with Derek Carr and the Oakland Raiders. Up in the booth with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden, and kickoff straight ahead, CD. What's one thing that you're going to have your eye on?
I think about what the great coaches of the past always said. The key to any ball game. Can you rush theirs and protect yours? Well, in this case, both of these teams get after the quarterbacks. I'm watching the pass rush.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Raiders offense getting ready to be led by Derek Carr. Now, Derek in week 3 in that loss against Minnesota, 27-34. So those numbers look okay. 2 touchdowns and an interception. But they got behind early in this ballgame, Charles, and could never really recover.
They need some help from their defense to keep them in games so that Derek Carr and the offense can make those types of plays without having to make comebacks, right? That gives them a chance to win. But one of the early stories for Oakland, how about Darren Waller? Out of Georgia Tech, out of football for a while. He's come back in a huge way. 13 catches, 133 yards through the first 2 weeks. He had 13 catches, 134 yards in this game against...
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Jabal Sheard wreaking the defensive havoc.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they got after them early.
But following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. And the pressure gets to him again. Darius Leonard in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here's the Raiders punter now. Chester Rogers deep for Indianapolis. This will be fielded at the 17. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. First possession on offense here coming up for Indianapolis. Jacoby Brissett, the quarterback. He was good in week 3 in that win over Atlanta. 28-37, 310 yards, 2 touchdowns, and he's got him off to a pretty good-looking 2-1 start.
Let's go back to the preseason when Andrew Luck announced his retirement, and everyone was wondering what's going to happen with the Colts. At that time, you and I talked about, hey, Jacoby Brissett has really been running this offense since the offseason. OTAs, minicamp, because Andrew Luck's was injured during that time. So the transition has been much more mental for the fans and us media types than it has been for the team, because Jacoby Brissett's been their leader. And I always remember that one Hall of Fame coach named Bill Parcells told the world that Jacoby Brissett was going to be a heck of a quarterback way back when he was just entering college.
And now he's getting his chance to prove it. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Go.
Brissett sets to throw it. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
On play action, Brissett. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Able to power through.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
On 2nd and 7, Brissett. He'll find Hines out of the backfield. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, 2nd catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, it should open up his running game, too. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
A first down throw for Brissett. That's complete to Jack Doyle, the tight end. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. A gain of 11 that time and a Colts first down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
That's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the end routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it. One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. This is Marlon Mack, 3rd-year running back. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And we look now at the offense for Indianapolis.
Ryan Kelly's a great example of how valuable centers have become in the NFL. A former first-round pick, he was plugged in immediately to be a starter to handle big nose tackles as well as blitzing linebackers, and also able to move and get out into the run game and get to the 2nd and 3rd level and deliver blocks.
On third down, it's Hines, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on first down, but the defense does not budge on second and third.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on third and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
So with fourth down coming up, here's Adam Vinatieri now for the Colts field goal. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. Vinatieri, the NFL's oldest active player, also the league's all-time leading scorer, past Morton Anderson last year.
Yeah, he turned 46 in December of 2018. You really can't see it in his leg. Maybe in the beard.
You can see it in the beard.
Maybe in the beard. That's about it. But as long as he's booting him the way he's booting him, keep going, big guy.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded at the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Charles, we need to talk about Oakland's upcoming road schedule here as the Raiders come back out onto the field. I mean, they're not going to be back home until November, if I'm seeing this correctly, against Detroit.
You're right, because this game at Minnesota started this road trip, right? They're not back in Oakland until November, as you said. So the A's, who they share the ballpark with, are battling for a wild card in baseball. Imagine if they play all the way through. That means the World Series gets played before the Raiders are back playing on that turf. They do actually have one home game, except it's in London.
Yeah, against the Bears.
So that really doesn't count in terms of being back in your own bed, your own facility, and going through your regular routine. A heck of a road trip for this Raider squad.
The only bit of good news, if you can call it that, is they do have their open week after that trip to London. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Looking to throw again on second down. Carr, man open left side, it's Williams. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of 13, it's a first down. Like Antonio Brown, Tyrell Williams came to the Raiders in March. Came up the coast from L.A., where he caught 41 balls last year with the Chargers. His best year was 2016 when the Chargers were still in San Diego. Over 1,000 yards, 7 touchdowns, and the Raiders really have high hopes for this 27-year-old receiver. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And the offensive starters here for the Raiders.
And there's offensive tackle Trent Brown, signed away from New England in the offseason on a 4-year, $66 million deal to protect his new quarterback in Oakland, Derek Carr. No stranger to the Bay Area. First 3 years in the league, where with San Francisco as a 49er, he can play left or right tackle.
Tighten up, pull together.
Throwing on second down. Carr throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, and it's third down. And let's go through the starting defense for Indianapolis.
Justin Houston is truly one of the elite pass rushers in the league. Knows how to get to the quarterback with a variety of moves.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Jabal Sheard able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed in this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Here's the Raiders punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Colts offense trotting back onto the field gives us a second to talk about that Week 3 victory over Atlanta. The good news, the Colts offense, they're moving the ball with Jacoby Brissett. The bad news, though, in that game, T.Y. Hilton caught a touchdown pass and re-aggravated his quad, Charles.
That's obviously not good news for the Colts because T.Y. Hilton's ability to get downfield and stretch a defense, that really helps out Jacoby Brissett wanting to throw the ball underneath. But now Eric Ebron, with his great talents at tight end and ability to flex out and run routes, he may get a few more passes in his direction. How about the Colts and their dominance against Atlanta all the time? 15-2. And Adam Vinatieri, welcome back. We missed you. How many kicks had he missed prior?
Well, he was 5 of his first 8, and then he hit all 5, I believe, on Sunday.
Yeah, so everyone was wondering if he was going to retire. He said, no way. I'm back, baby.
Brissett going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. Oh, refusing to go down. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marlon Mack, 69 yards. And the Colts strike quickly here for 6 points. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Now Adam Vinatieri for the point after. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. The quick strike ability certainly intact there. 2 plays, 80 yards to score it. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
Derek Carr and the Raiders set for their next possession. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
We're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. Wide, get wide.
Now a play fake. Carr. And Nelson's got it here right side. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Carr to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Carr. And Waller taking it in over the middle. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 21.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Carr now on first down. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown from 21 yards away as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with an Oakland touchdown. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Let's go. Check. Pittsburgh. 59. It's a party now. It's a party now.
Brissett on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Hines. And he'll be out right at the 35. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. Third down here. And we take a look now at the defense for the Raiders.
Let's talk about Vontaze Burfict, the versatile linebacker. You can play him inside, you can play him outside. Undrafted coming out of college, and that still fuels him. Gives him that huge chip on his shoulder. And when he's right and plays at his best, one of the best linebackers in the league. Just has to know where the line is so he doesn't go past it and cost his team some penalties.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. This goes out right to Doyle. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 49-yard line. On the bootleg, it's Brissett. And down he goes, brought down a Raider sack. Cleveland Farrell picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front, nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Brissett now. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down.
Squeeze, double.
From the gun, here's Brissett. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Maurice Hurst with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. Well, they went with the nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down. You bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Back deep for the Raiders, Dwayne Harris. A good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at the 20.
One set. Look out for number 2.
From the gun, it's Carr. He completes it to Nelson. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Carr now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's 1st down. Carr gives to Richard, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Hey, we're good, we're good.
They run it with a rookie from Alabama, Josh Jacobs. 10-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports. The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 3rd down and 5 to start things out.
What down? 185.
From the gun, Carr. It's caught. Nelson. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
Has a pretty good throw on the curl route there. 3rd down, and they pick up a 1st.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it was so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Hey, check Mike 50. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50.
To throw, it's Carr. Hauling it in, Nelson. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Operating from the gun, Carr. He'll call Nelson's number yet again. It's complete. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. It's caught on the right side, Williams. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 27-yard line.
Well, they obviously red man covers their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that?
He made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
Carr going to throw, and that's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Caught by Nelson. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Now Carr again. And that will be incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
The kick by Carlson is good, and that will knot us up at 10. Last season for Carlson, bit of a strange rookie year. Won the Vikings job, then was let go week 2 after going 0 for 3, but he picked things back up.
Remember, he was drafted to cure their kicking woes, and he ends up going 0 for 3 against Green Bay, including the potential game winner. Gets cut, picked up by the Raiders, 16 for 17 the rest of the season. I'd say at the end of the year, a pretty good success story.
level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. This will be fielded at the 8. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Here's Hines. The tackle there by LaMarcus Joyner.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. On 3rd down, Brissett. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Carr. That's caught by Waller out left side. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Here's the Raiders punter now, standing just about on his own goal line. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10. 1st down, Brissett. And the catch made by Hilton. They find some open field here. A big play there on the catch and run. 49 yards. Back in the first quarter, you said it. They need to avoid the big play, but he just got a big one right there.
You can't relax. You know, we talked about in the first quarter, but as the game progresses, still opportunities, and he took advantage of one there.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Brissett. This will be caught just inside the 10. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's Brissett. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Credit the sack there to Arden Key.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down.
You got nothing to win. You got nothing.
To throw, Brissett. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Darryl Worley. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. Okay, I got a quick tangent for us here, Charles. Let's look at the teams that have not yet won in the NFL. The 0-3 teams, the Jets, Dolphins, Bengals, Steelers, and Broncos. Who do you think is the first to get off the schneid?
Well, when you look at it, who has the open week? Who's safe? The Jets?
The Jets, yeah, they don't play anybody. So they're not going to win this week.
I think the Bengals and Steelers, they play each other.
Yep.
So I think the Steelers beat the Bengals and get off the schneid. They're the team that I'm looking at closest and having the best opportunity to get it done.
How about Denver hosting Jacksonville? A possibility there for the Broncos, right?
Definitely a possibility, but I like the way that Jacksonville comes into this game. A big win on Thursday night at home against Tennessee and riding their hot rookie quarterback Gardner Minshew, and their defense look ferocious again.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 22. This is Richard. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. Well, he had 2 sacks earlier. Now he has 4 total tackles for a loss after that play.
Well, they obviously have to do a better job trying to block him. But short of that, you know what the quarterback has to do? Make sure he doesn't hand it to him when he's back there thinking he's one of his own guys. His quickness, his suddenness, his speed getting into the offense's backfield has been something else in this game.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he gets it to the Colts' 31-yard line. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Richard. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. Might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
On 2nd and 12, Carr. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Carr. And that is incomplete. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. And he missed it. It's no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. So plenty of leg, but it's the accuracy there that lets him down.
Yeah, he hit it really well. I think this might have been good from 55. But you'll see it just conk off that upright. And they're denied a chance at 3 points.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
After the missed kick, they're in really good position. They'll begin this drive at the 39 now. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Doyle. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll run it. It's Mack. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now Brissett. And this is going to be incomplete. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You know, always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, so.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up, because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to a stretch, and guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did, because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
With that incompletion, we step league-wide for a second. I want to discuss Saquon Barkley's injury. Obviously, that hurts the Giants, who are having a quarterback change. And, look, Daniel Jones looked good, but they're going to need Saquon Barkley in that backfield.
In a big way. Not just as a runner, obviously, but his ability to catch the ball in the backfield, make plays in open space. 4 to 8 weeks with a high ankle sprain. Horrible news, not just for the Giants, but how about fantasy football teams? All right, if you've got Saquon Barkley, many of you selected him at number 1 in your draft. Now he's going to be out for a decent portion of the season.
You better hit your waiver wire and get Wayne Gallman quickly. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. 24th pick in the spring by Oakland was Josh Jacobs. Only rushed for 640 yards last year at Alabama, but when you consider the offensive depth chart they had, it makes it understandable. So young, won't turn 22 until February, and they're really hoping that the veteran presence of 30-year-old Doug Martin can be a guiding light for Jacobs. Now Carr. He's got his man. It's Williams. A gain of 32 that time.
Let's go.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
On 2nd down, Richard. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 26. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Here's Carr. Throw left side, taken in by Renfro. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Carr. And this is caught at the 8. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 15 yards on the play, first down. Again, they'll throw with Carr. This will be caught at about the 6. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now. Carr to throw again. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
Carr now on third and goal. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Daniel Carlson set for the Raider field goal. The kick by Carlson is good. And they will take the lead at 13-10. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Marlon Mack now heading back out there. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. All right, we got a second here. Let's have some fun. Let's be cheesy, because why not? So we have the 71st Emmys on Sunday.
No wine. Just straight cheese.
71st Emmys on Sunday. So let's hand out a few awards.
Okay.
Let's start with Best Supporting Actor right now in the NFL. Who are you going with?
I'm going with the Mustache Man, Gardner Minshew in Jacksonville. Because despite the fact that they're 1-2, got their first win last Thursday against Tennessee, he stepped in week 1 and set a record for rookie quarterbacks. What was he, 22 of 25 throwing in that game? 88% right out of the gate. And has continued good play since then. And let's face it, the Mustache Mania is sweeping Duval County as well as the rest of the state of Florida.
Best actor in a lead role, I'm assuming you're going Mahomes.
You have to, because we kept saying he couldn't possibly do what he did last year. He's on a pace to eclipse what he did last year in every category. And by the way, hasn't thrown an interception yet, and his team's undefeated at 3-0.
All right, one more. Best director, head coach. Who you got?
I'm going to go each conference. AFC, Sean McDermott, Buffalo Bills, off to a 3-0 start. I'm not sure how many people saw that one coming. And then in the NFC, finally fulfilling their promise here in the early going, the San Francisco 49ers and Kyle Shanahan. Also undefeated, getting ready to take on the Los Angeles Rams for supremacy in the NFC West in the upcoming weeks.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. And his kick is good. Not by much. It was leaking oil in the end, but he tucks it in the bottom right corner. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
All square now at 13 all as he sends this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot down. Nope. Guarantee the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game will just start all over.
We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. But they are all even to this point. So to see if either side can pull away, let's get you right back out to Brandon and Charles for the start of the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
Hurry up, 59. Mike's 59. Hey, defense, let's go.
Play action now. Brissett looking deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
Off the play fake. Here's Brissett. He sets to fire deep. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big play there for Indy. 45 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
Switch it.
Here's Mack. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Tyre Whitehead, top 10 in tackles last year, up to make the play.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
All day, dog.
They run the counter. Hines. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
Well, there's an example of patience being rewarded. Ran the ball on first down and got stuffed. Most people would scream, throw the ball here. In this situation, they stayed with their roots, stayed with running the football, and they got rewarded.
Yo.
Brissett from the gun on 3rd. And that is incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Vinatieri's kick is good. And that will break our tie and give them a 3-point lead. So it's his 3rd field goal now with the ball game, and they've needed his leg. This last one gives him the lead.
It's been a back-and-forth kind of a game, hasn't it? Now you got to tell your defense, guys, need you to make this stand up because we got the momentum going in the right direction, but we need you to make sure we carry it home.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Let's go, defense.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Charles, before the game, you and I were looking at the still undefeated teams in the league, and Detroit's technically won at 2-0-1, but let's look at the 3-0 teams. The Bills, Patriots, Chiefs, Cowboys, Rams, 49ers, and Packers. I'm guessing if I ask you who would lose first, you might say Buffalo because they play New England this weekend.
I think you're right about that because that's what you look at. What's the schedule tell us? We know the 49ers are safe because they got an open week coming, so they should be okay on that one. But you would say Buffalo, even though they're at home, New England gets them. But as a wild card, putting them on upset alert, Green Bay on Thursday night with a desperate Philadelphia team coming in. You know, you've got to be really careful with that, despite the fact Green Bay's defense has been so impressive in the early going.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Carr to throw. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. There he goes, right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Darren Waller, 64 yards. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Carlson now to add the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. We focus our attention now on T.Y. Hilton as he gets ready to head back onto the field. And I know that they double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it. And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do. And it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
They'll run on first down. It's Mack. Vontaze Burfict, the one to get him down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They go right back to Mack. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Here's Brissett. It's complete. Deion Kane working the middle. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's Marlon Mack. And some room to run now. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Marlon Mack, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts are once again going to retake the lead. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and that gives him a 3-point lead. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And the end result was a Marlon Mack touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now here come the Raiders. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 26. To throw, it's Carr. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Throw right side going to be caught by Waller. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 42. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. On the ground, Richard. Legs still churning.
Like a giant pinball.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. There to stop him was Darius Leonard.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll keep it on the ground. Richard, and he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Throwing his car on third down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
On fourth down, here's Daniel Carlson for the Raider field goal. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And they're able to pick up the first and keep possession. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
You know how I always talk about when teams line up for long field goals, that you should be in a safe defense.
Right.
But you're also in a position here where this is a makeable kick. So rushing it is also part of this strategy. Maybe they use their aggressiveness against them on that fake.
Yeah, with a low trajectory, they're coming in hot, trying to block it. And you're right, and obviously it worked out. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. On second down now, it's Jacobs. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
On the draw, Richard. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up first and goal.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They try to jet sweep with Nelson, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it second and goal.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
From back at the 4, here's second and goal.
Big stop, P. Big stop. Let's go.
Now they'll throw with Carr. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
When you get your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. From the gun now on third down, Carr to the goal line, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Daniel Carlson set for the Raider field goal. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. Carlson able to put this one through. And that draws them level. It's 23-23. It's another field goal, his third of the game. Maybe not exactly what you're looking for, but does bring them level now.
I like how you put that in there, that brings them level, right? Because if you're talking about kicking, bringing that soccer analogy in, I love that one. I love that one a lot. You don't want to go for it on fourth down and come away with nothing, right? Go ahead and kick the ball. Make sure you get some points. Even if it's a safe call, I think it's the right call.
Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. This is fielded at the goal line. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Marlon Mack now heading back out there. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
And he's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see a back just kind of have a grin on his face every time his number is called, because he doesn't feel like there are going to be any lost yardage plays, nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
You ain't going nowhere.
From the shotgun, it's Bissett. Middle of the field to the tight end, Doyle. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers.
And the Raiders have got him. Cleveland Farrell getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Brissett now. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Hines. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
It's 3rd and long for Brissett. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. And he'll find the open man on the right side. It's Kane. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Check, 59. Hey, let's get this.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. 31 yards there and a first down.
Let's go. Let's do it.
Oh, that's a big one right there. You talk about breaking off a huge chunk of real estate. But if you're the defensive coordinator, you cannot dwell on the fact you just gave up an explosive run. You have to look ahead, regroup your guys, and figure out a way to slow down this attack.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. On the delay, here's Hines. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal.
Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
This is Mack on the counter, and he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. It's a pickup of 3, but still a little work to do on 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
And Vinatieri's kick is good. And with that, they will move out in front by 3. Another drive bogs down, but for the 4th time, they're able to escape with 3 points.
And this last one gives them the lead, so that's a good thing. And they've needed every one of these field goals, but it has to feel good to them to know that confidence is there. If we do bog down, they'll give us 3 points.
Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Throwing now is Carr. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Jabal Sheard, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Derek Carr, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks for the Raiders last year, and they only won 4 games total, so they've got some experience dealing with tight ones. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. Call it a gain of 5, and it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here, 3rd and 14.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Walker, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
So it's 3rd and long, and you know this is going to be a pass. So defensively, they bring in an extra defensive back and just blanket the field. And this is an ill-advised throw right here as it winds up being picked off easily.
And the Colts coming out now. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Bashed.
Super toe.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, Brissett. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now a toss play. This is Mack. And an alley to run. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the gun, here's Brissett. And he is caught at the 7-yard line. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Colts use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Partner, remember that old film of Peyton Manning going through the route tree with his great receivers in Indianapolis? I think we're seeing the results of the same type of work here today. These guys know each other so well, they don't even have to call the play. They can just look each other and know the route that's going to be run, and usually the connection is perfect.
Vinatieri now to tack on the PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. That right there is what Jalen Richard can bring to this offense. I mean, last year, yes, he had 55 carries, but they used him more as a receiver. He had 68 catches in 2018, which was tied for the team lead. Really adds a nice element to the backfield for Derek Carr and company. And Nelson's got it here right side. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Single.
From midfield, here's Carr. Caught left side, Williams. A gain of 6 there on first.
Many teams, as soon as they spot man defense, if they haven't called a hitch, they'll get to it as fast as they can. They want to put the ball in the hands of one of their best playmakers and hope that he can break a tackle on the outside and go for big yardage.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Again, it's Carr. Waller taking it in over the middle. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Throw left side, taken in by Renfro. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Carr now 5 for 5 on the drive. He's responded after the interception. It's 1st and 10. Carr. This will be caught at about the 5. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Again, they'll throw with Carr. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. The linebacker, Darius Leonard, applied the heat.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Carr. This will be caught at about the 6. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the 1st.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a 1st down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Carlson is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
Marlon Mack now heading back out there. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. The big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. And you've probably gotten some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. Brissett to throw on first. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down. Now, they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
So a 3rd and 9 and 6 defensive backs out there in the dime.
Patrolling the passing lanes.
Throwing, Brissett. Now they go screen, it's complete. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. First down would have been nice, but now you get to kick the field goal, still go up 2 scores.
They tried to get it, though, didn't they? Threw the pass, got the completion just short of the first down. But you're exactly right. Run the field goal unit out there, kick it, put it through the posts, go up 2 scores.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. He's been terrific so far. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And he didn't quite have the back spin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. Now a handoff to Richard, and that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped to the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Jabal Sheard, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Here's the Raiders punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. It'll be a 41-yard punt. Give them 5 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And the Colts getting ready to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Brissett. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead. You've got to protect it. And he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
On 2nd down, it's Mack. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Like 59. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing something.
Brissett from the gun on 3rd. And he's got Rodgers. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the 1st.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. Now Brissett. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for the rookie Paris Campbell, but now it'll be 3rd down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. And he's got his man Hilton. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Brissett again. And he's got his man. It's Hilton for the Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Vinatieri now for the point after. And the lead is up to 14. So this drive spans 7 plays. And the result for the Colts is a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Carr now to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. That's sacked by the DN, Danico Autry. Well, there was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long.
Here we go, 50-50, Mike 50.
Shotgun now for Carr. Able to find Waller, that's complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. In a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Now.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Carr now on 1st down. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Carr, man open left side, it's Williams. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Carr to throw again. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. His big game continues. 10 catches now and another 1st down. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Carr now on 1st down. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, You can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Carr signaling to his guys, let's go here. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
And that's why you spend a first-round draft pick on a running back. Not for just the fancy runs, but these dirty, gritty 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. That's why you draft him.
Get ready.
Throwing on first down is Carr. He completes it to Nelson. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
Now Carr. And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown, but probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it ends with an Oakland touchdown. So the clock sits at 16 seconds as they line up for the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
The Colts in victory formation now as they take the knee.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 45-yard line.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Colts are winners as we say so long from Indianapolis.